Hi, so I'm Neil Cave, the NSC Manager for Speedy Asset Services. I've been with the company about 21 years, working in different roles from engineers to workshop managers, now to running the NSCs, to being service managers across the UK. Now, obviously, my role is to support this NSC. There's about 145 NSC staff here, 230 staff across the wider site in general, looking after the health and safety and the business for the site. Speedy is a national company in the UK. We've got over 300 depots across the network. And then also we have 5 NSCs across the network as well. The NSCs support the depots that hire out the equipment. So the NSCs are there to supply assets, move the assets, find the assets, buy the assets, and repair all the assets. So 4 major functions within the NSC, sort of the asset department, the transport department, the workshop department, and the health and safety side, and the stores as well. So the NSC this NSC specifically supports 60 depots. We go out to those depots daily, collecting repairs, delivering our service to the customer, making sure that any customer orders are delivered, any broken kit is picked up and brought back to the NSC, and obviously then we move kit around the network also. Within this NSC, there's a larger team, as I said before, of about 145 sort of staff. Within that staff breaks down to about 80 engineers within the workshop. And obviously within the workshop, we repair about 3,000 different product ranges for Speedy. And obviously as they come back, we get them available, test them, and then push them out to the network through our dispatch department and our transport departments. So we got involved with Agilon through our supply chain. So we was looking for solutions for our stores and how to make them more efficient and better and make our team more efficient. So we was looking into different ways and what to do. So we had barcoding first of all put into place, and then we needed another solution, which then we met Paul and then went on from there. So we've got 2 Agilon systems on site. They're both used to supply our workshop departments. So we have one in the lifting department and also one in the tools department. This is to feed spare parts to our 80 engineers on site to gain efficiencies to make them obviously work faster and quicker. So within our first unit, we've got lifting spare parts. This supplies obviously our lifting department and workshop that obviously repair lifting products for our network and to our customers. Obviously they're from small parts like bearings to big parts like frames. We have internals and external stores. So Agilon manages both for them. So we can pull it into it, automated. Small spares and larger spares are kept on the outside, but we still move spares from within it and without it via the Agilon system for our stock purposes. So before we bought the Agilon systems, we used to use a manual store system. So we had 2 store people in a conventional stores with racked out sort of systems and managed via spreadsheets or via barcoding, booking the items in and out. Agilon has come on board and obviously automated that system for us. We looked at different solutions for our automated warehouse sort of systems, but it was more lines of barcode systems, spreadsheet sort of systems, nothing sort of robotic with a sort of storage shelf sort of system itself. So the main reason why we acquired the Agilon sort of systems was to support our space issues that we had. So we needed obviously more traceability on our spare parts and tracking of those spare parts and when they're used. Our spares, obviously costings to look at obviously the way we manage our parts, way we were spending our parts, and obviously again the biggest one of the biggest ones was the space saving advantages, because it's the full height of our eaves of a warehouse, where a normal human being can only pick to a certain height. So the training and the support services we received from Agilon were great. From the install It was very well thought out. The guys worked with us with our site, obviously because we have to remain operational. So it was very supportive, worked well with our teams, and the install went quite smoothly and well. And the backup service, obviously if there's anything issues with the system, is great. We get great support. Another great point obviously with the Agilon system is obviously they have a 24/7 service. We run 24/7 ourselves, so obviously we can get help, advice, support whenever needed. So the users obviously new to Agilon obviously took some sort of time to get their heads around the sort of system. Some of our colleagues obviously from different generations, some from different sort of backgrounds, some went straight onto it and used it quite sort of well. Some obviously needed some development training to get there to use it, but now once they've used it for quite sort of some time, it's like second nature to them going to the stores as once before. Our system is currently not integrated into the Agilon system, so we're looking to integrate into our D365 system to gain more efficiencies out of the system itself, to obviously time saving to processing our order systems and reduce costs even more. So we're using Agilon currently to manage our max minimum levels of stock within the system. So we've implemented our stock holdings within the system itself, and now that manages our stock for us and tells us what to order, and also use it for stock take purposes as well. So the main benefits we've got out of the Agilon systems installing into both our departments is, one, the space saving. So we've saved about 70% on our current warehouse space. So we're using the full height of our eaves within the warehouse. We've also created a great efficiency for our teams, which is enabled to reduce some sort of overtime and time the lads work on the machines, because they're using green time better, i.e. not going to the stores, walking to the conventional stores. The Agilon systems are based within the workshop, so they can get the spare parts and they're easy to hand. We've also had some savings where we record our spare parts. So obviously where we're getting sort of spare parts over the first 2 years of Agilon, we managed to make some sort of savings around the sort of 50k mark due to the fact obviously it's managing our spare parts better. So we've got in what we need in the right place, right time when we need them. So some of the cost saving sort of benefits we sort of made were more around cost per asset. So the cost to repair each of our assets is actually reduced. Seeing sort of like a £22 reduction on our per asset in the first year, and up to £50 per asset in the second year. The Erith warehouse inputs and outputs about 8,000 repairs in on a monthly basis and 8,000 on a monthly basis. So obviously the savings are quite colossal across the board. So obviously our future obviously with Agilon is rolling it onto our multiple sites. So we first installed it into our lifting department and we proved our efficiency savings there. We then moved it into our tools department, obviously with a wider machine with 2 ports rather than the one for our lifting department. And now we're looking at put it into our other NSCs across the network to make more savings across that piece. We would recommend obviously the Agilon system to our other departments within Speedy to look at their spare solutions, storage solutions and saving solutions and efficiency and time management.